Good day, sunshines. It's a beautiful day here in the Bronx, and I'm Sid the Great, the people's hype man. Thank you for joining me here today. I saw a meme today, and it left me pondering. I've had a lot of thoughts behind it. So this meme depicts a man running after money. He's chasing money. And then it goes through a second stage of his life where he's much older, and he's still chasing money. And in the final frame, it depicts him holding all the money that he can carry, but he's reached the end of his life. And that hit me hard for multiple reasons. One is because it reminds me of my late brother. Not that he was ever a person who was always out for the money. He was a hard-working man. He was a good man, and he busted his ass to provide for his family, for me, for my mother. But he worked so hard. And I want to say he worked too hard. He worked the majority of his life. He had a great job working down at the financial district by the World Trade Center for years. And he was down there during 9/11, or at least not when the towers came down, but in the weeks and the months afterwards, he was down there doing 48-hour shifts while they rebuilt Ground Zero. And why it hits me so hard, this particular meme, is because he worked his entire life. He ended up becoming sick and had to do an early retirement. But he made a substantial amount, and he was able to put it into his savings and was able to buy a house of his own. His first house, his first ever house that he owned, he was able to buy. And he was going to leave New York and move to Vegas. Bought the house, everything was going great, and he ended up getting sick. As the house was being worked on, he was in the hospital. And he was in the hospital for some time, and sadly he didn't make it out of the hospital. While this meme doesn't convey the same story as the one I just shared, my brother died working his entire life and eventually had a dream. And when he reached the point where he attained that dream, he wasn't able to live it. He didn't get to sleep one night in his house. He didn't get to spend one holiday. I didn't get to visit or stay over once. And that hurts. It hurts to know that my brother put so much work, so much effort into his goal, into his dream, and to not be able to live it. He lived a good life, don't get me wrong. He lived a great life, though he was plagued in his later years with illness that hindered much of his movements and accessibilities to do more. He still lived a great life. And so when I look at this meme, I think about its meaning, and that sometimes we get so focused on the paper chase that we lose out on our life. And sometimes when we reach our goal, in the end, it was never worth it. We've lost things along the path that actually nourished our lives. And that's not how I like to live. I don't chase money. I don't work for money. I work to live. I'm in the business of events and promotion. And I have the blessing to travel around this country and see it in all its glory. My kids benefit from that, and they get to travel with me. My family benefits in many other ways, but I never lose sight of enjoying the ride and stopping and seeing and enjoying the life that I'm living. I don't paper chase. I never have. My bank account shows that. My life and living arrangements show that. My car shows it. My clothes probably show it. I am not a materialistic person by any means, and nor do I care. But I have a very, very full life, and if I passed today or tomorrow, there would be nothing to complain about. I have 3 wonderful children who have brought so much joy into my life. I have a wonderful girlfriend who, if I do not mention, will cause my life to end shorter. I have a great family. And I've seen things that many people wish they got to see. I guess the moral of the story is don't lose your life on a singular goal. And that's where I'll leave you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay focused, but don't lose sight. And I love you. That's my heart beating for you. Good day, sunshines.